with us, and thanks for you're on a crazy schedule. You've got so much on your agenda and everything, and I just want to thank you for hanging out with us here. And welcome to our. You're going to be the answer of a trivia question. You're going to be who is the first person to be a part of the JS Live worldwide primetime extravaganza. And it'll be this woman right here, the amazing and talented Emmy Rich. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. You've got a crazy schedule here. And I'm like, man, how does this woman pull this off? And we've been talking about doing this for months. I've been hoping to get you on here to be a part of the program and everything. And lo and behold, we've got you here. And God, let me just start with before we get to we got a surprise for you guys. And for those of you who are watching, we've got a real surprise for you. And I'm truly honored and thrilled to be a part of this. And I didn't even know about this, quite frankly, until, well, yesterday. But we'll get to that in a second. I'm using this as the proverbial teaser. So Emmy, first of all, how is the weather finally warming up out there? We can take the camp route and do stuff, or what?
Yeah, the sun is coming out really. It's a little bit chilly still, but we are expecting better weather soon. So,
Excellent, excellent, very good, very good. And as the weather warms out, you're getting out and about and everything. But going back, I mean, we talked about how you're a singer and an amazing singer, a songwriter, and all of that. But growing up as a young Emmy, who were your musical influences?
well, my number one favorite is Elton John, of course. Love Elton John's music, big inspiration to me. Uh, First of all, the music, the piano skills, and also the fashion. I love fashion, and I went to fashion school, and I have a degree in fashion design. So I really like the cool outfits, the sunglasses, and also the classical composers. I like Chopin is one of my favorites.
Oh, absolutely. No, you mentioned Elton John. We had, I don't know if you know the character Foamy Homie. He's kind of a puppet that's
Yeah,
on. He was on, and I mentioned to him that his stylings and his clothing attire were very, and especially the glasses. Elton John
yeah.
seemed to wear glasses for every occasion, and I think he kind of knew that you were going to be on my show today. He, in honor of that, went out with like different pairs of glasses for different broadcasts, including a special pair of these really funky ones that he had. And I love
Yeah.
how transparent Elton is. He's just very, very down to earth, approachable. He seems like one of us common people. You know what I mean? His lyrics have
Yeah.
touched all of us for generations, happily. And you mentioned Chopin as well. That truly personifies your musical influences, your skills. I mean, one time I'll be on one of your broadcasts, and you'll be playing a classical piece. The next minute, you're like into deep house and electronica. Um, as far as, I mean, we know you play the piano, obviously, and you do a lot of other instruments, but is there another instrument outside of the keys that you get into as far as keyboards and everything?
Well, I know a little bit of guitar. It's not one of my strengths, but I do play guitar. A few songs, a few chords here and there. And
Okay,
I like other instruments too. I can play a few songs on the harmonica or accordion, those types of things.
got it, got it. Very good, very good. Now, tell us a little bit about, oh my God, I'm trying to think. Okay, now let's go back to the Wayback Machine. I'm not going to go back too far. Let's go back to 2015 here. Um, Tell us about, God, do you remember your very first live stream ever on Periscope?
Yeah, I do remember that. And I remember I was working as a music teacher, and we teachers had an opportunity to get the app Periscope because the students were secretly filming in class, and they said to us teachers, "You need to get familiar with this new platform that's popular right now." So that's when I joined Periscope, and I was thinking, wait a minute, this is really neat. You can reach a lot of people worldwide really quickly. And I remember the first broadcast I did was with my family in the kitchen. And we were all amazed that New York was tuning in and watching us in Sweden in our kitchen in the countryside eating something. And we were like, Mom, the world is watching. Hello, everybody. So I remember that day. It was like so nice. First time. And after that, I was really hooked with the whole live streaming thing.
Wow, that's something else. Were you nervous going on the first time, or did you feel like you're like doing a gig? Was it pretty comfortable for you, or?
Yeah, I was nervous, of course, and in the beginning, I was a bit uncomfortable being on the camera. And when I started out, I didn't have a lot of viewers, mostly two people watching, or sometimes my mom watching, and she was like, "Don't bother, no one's here." And I was like talking to myself, and I was hoping to get a lot of viewers. But the more I did it, the more viewers I got, and I never gave up. I was persistent, and that paid off really big time for me. And I have grown ever since that day to this big brand and community that I have now.
Wow, that is something else, guys. If you're just jumping into the broadcast, good evening and welcome to a special European edition of JS Live Worldwide. I'm Jim from the northwest suburbs of Chicago here in the U.S., joined by the incomparable Emmy Rich. You can check her out via her website. If you want to learn more about her, you can visit her right over there at, I'm waiting for why is my computer like not cooperating today? It's being very glitchy today. Anyways, emmyrich.com. I'm trying to figure out why. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can make this work. This is when we become a local access cable television station here. It says drop video or image here, and I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to drop anything here. Anyway, let's get back to the interview session. We'll figure out the glitches later on here. My computer decided to freeze up on me, which is weird. So anyway, you love cooking too. I mean, are you just into the music thing and entertaining tens of thousands of people, but tell us some of the favorite dishes you love creating.
Well, I don't really love cooking. I kind of do it because I have to do it,
I
but
know.
Also over the years, I have grown to love cooking because I like to eat healthy foods, and I like to try new recipes. So the latest few years, I have been cooking a lot of healthy stuff, and right now I'm cooking low carb foods and keto dishes. But
right,
salmon, butter poached salmon is one of my favorites.
Right, exactly. And but that's something, because whenever you always see like your Wake Up with Emmy, or sometimes you're doing like an early morning cast or something like that. And bear with me, my computer's still acting glitchy. I don't know what happened here. It's very weird. Must be early morning over here. Hold on. So anyway, we're talking with Emmy here, and you recently, going away from cooking really quick, I know that you had a music class that you teach, and you had an interesting recess that you had over there in Sweden. And I happened to catch a little bit of the story about what happened over there. Can you tell our audience about that interesting recess that you had over there at the school?
Yeah. So I worked part-time as a music teacher, and I teach kids from the age first grade to sixth grade. And what we do in school, we have an outdoor classroom. It's like a giant gazebo. And I have started music classes out there because we can't sing now indoors with the COVID stuff happening.
Right.
So all the music teachers have rearranged the classes so we are not singing when the pandemic is spreading so fast. So I took the opportunity. It was a sunny day, so I took the students outdoors, and we put the speaker out and we started singing a bunch of songs. And they haven't been singing for a long time, so they were really excited about this. And this drew attention to all the other classes out there. So basically half the school wanted to join, and they had a break, and they came, and they were standing in the background singing along with us, and we had a really great time.
Wow, that is something else. So you guys were the envy of all the other classes. You guys were having probably the most fun of everybody, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the students gave thumbs up. I said, "Did you like the class?" Gave a thumbs up, and they were 2 thumbs up. "We love it," they said. So the students were really thrilled about that class.
Now, this is a music class, correct?
Yeah, I teach music, in a local school.
Gotcha. That is so awesome. Hey, if you're just jumping into the room, welcome to the JS Live late. That's not a late night. It's a special Sunday edition of the JS Live Talkin' Friday program here on HAPS, the network of now. We usually do this broadcast every Thursday evening here on the network of now. But a lot of our European viewers were like, Jim, can you go on a little bit earlier? Because when you go live at 10 Central here in the States, it's usually 4 in the morning over there, which is a tad bit too early. So anyway, I'm waiting for my computer to cooperate again. There we go. Enough of this fun stuff. I was about to ask you, you have been working frivolously on a new project over there, from what I understand, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But I know you have a lot of your dedicated viewers in our virtual studio audience over here. So I wanted to see if, did you want to play a musical selection for us first?
Yeah, I can play something for you.
Okay. I don't know if any of
I'll play one of my songs when I close my eyes, maybe.
that would be perfect. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, to perform right now for you, ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable Emmy Rich.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
Wow, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, ladies
Thank you
and
so
gentlemen.
much.
The one and only Emmy Rich, ladies and gentlemen. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Wow, guys. Love it. And plus, I can clap loud. It's not like 11 o'clock at night. I'm waking up my wife and daughter. You know, I can go, yeah, like that. But that was beautiful. That was magnificent, magnificent. Oh my goodness, guys! If you're just jumping into the room and you're like, "What was that beautiful music?" That was from the one and only Emmy Rich. Make sure you check her out at emmyrich.com. And the big finale here of the Emmy has a major announcement she's going to share with us here. You're dropping a new song here, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I'm actually doing something very exciting. This is going to be my first ever album of pure piano music. I have released songs in the past. I released an album with songs where I'm singing songwriter music, country pop, electronic stuff. But this is something I've been dreaming on for many, many years, making a solely piano album with only piano songs. And this project is super amazing because the CD is unique. There's nothing out there like this. All the songs on the CD is improvised. So I went to the
Really?
studio after midnight and I sat down at this big grand piano and I composed whatever I felt in that moment. So the songs are recorded after midnight, the
Really?
prime hours to compose for me. And all the songs, there are 9 songs on this album.
Okay.
Every song is unique. Every song is composed in that moment. One take,
Are
just
you
playing from my
serious?
heart, whatever I felt like.
Oh my! So this
Uh,
was not even. This was strictly improvised. This was not something
yeah,
that you weren't like sitting there putting this together. I think this was just
no,
they give you studio time. You go in there with this big round piano and you have at it.
yeah, I do that. I don't read any notes. I'm self-taught, and I play by ear. So all the songs, it's just one take, improvised in the studio in the moment.
What?
And I
Yeah.
have sneak
Wow.
peek and the premiere of a little clip from that new album that's coming out. And the name of the album is called Impressions. And that's basically a name that describes the feelings and the things I felt when I composed in the moment.
Wow. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I am truly honored. This is I mean, Emmy, I don't know what to say. I mean, when you told me about this, I almost was, I get emotional sometimes, and it means the world to me that you share this exclusive preview with us. Before we play the piece, though, I want to promote this to the best of my ability. Is there any kind of pre-order? Is there a time when we can anticipate the release of this new CD?
Yeah. It's coming out in the middle of May,
Okay.
by the middle of May in the end, maybe. And it's going to be available on my website, emmyrich.com. So you can either get a physical CD that's signed or you can get a digital copy on my website, emmyrich.com.
And there it is right there in its glory, ladies and gentlemen, right there, emmyrich.com. And wow, I'm excited. I am truly honored and excited to be able to play this. It's a little preview here, just to kind of whet your appetite for what you can expect. And I'm eager to hear this because I love the fact that there's transparency in your music, Emmy. You go with whatever's on your mind and you run with it. And I think that pretty much is a microcosm of society today. We don't have time to judge or to plan or to analyze or figure things out. We have to literally just go on there and make it happen. I love that. I love that. That is truly amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're quite ready, let me just push a couple more buttons here really quick here, and I'm going to introduce to you guys a little preview here. This is a little segment of the upcoming release from Emmy Rich. It's called Impressions. Give it a listen. Wow, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. That is the exclusive preview from the forthcoming release from Emmy Rich, a little selection from the album Impressions coming out, scheduled for May. Let me see if I can get this. My computer's all freaking out on me again. There's Emmy. There we go. Got a little technical workshop happening here. So, but we're back. We're back. There we go. Much better. Now let's get Emmy back in here if we want to see our guests. There we go. Much better, much better. So could you tell us the name of that selection, or is that kind of still under wraps?
That's still a secret because all the songs are there, but you will have to wait for the CD to know which song it is.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you love that piece, and there's, you said 9 tracks on there?
Yeah, and one bonus track also.
And a bonus track, which even sweetens the pot even more. Emmy, do me a favor. Can you please promote the website and all of your socials, please?
Yeah, so my website is emmyrich.com, and I'm on all platforms out there. So if you Google Emmy Rich, you'll find me all over Google, or you can go to Facebook, Emmy Rich Official, and I have the same handle for Instagram too, and YouTube. So it's Emmy Rich Official, and on Twitter it's DJ Emmy Rich.
Fantastic, fantastic, very good. And someone in our virtual studio audience had a quick question. They wanted to know, off the top, they wanted to know if there's a pre-order that's going on right now.
We're working on it, so.
Okay, so work in progress. So
yeah.
The best thing to do is just go
to brand new. It's so fresh. So it's premiering. So
Olvie in this room got an exclusive first-time broadcast of Emmy Rich's new material. Go to emmyrich.com. Make sure you watch her live too, because there may be little nuggets of things that she may hint at you a little bit. She may have more details on the pre-order if it comes to fruition, and a bunch of other surprises too. And the most important thing is that she is an outstanding contributor to the music community and here to HAPS and all of the live streaming communities. Emmy, my friend, thank you so much. You're welcome to stay on for Irina Ideas and the rest of the cast. If you're super busy, I understand too. So thank you so much for joining me, Emmy, and continued success and best of luck to you, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.
Say bye. Thank you very much, Emmy. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, the incomparable, the one and only Emmy Rich, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Let's see me mute some stuff here. And when we come back here on the JS Live Late Night Talk and Variety program, yes, we have from Montenegro, the one and only Irina Ideas. She's back from hiking and exercising. She's going to tell us all about that and more as the JS Live Worldwide Special continues right here on HAPS. I better leave that to the professionals in this room. Yeah, they see Jimmy 55-year-old slow fingers over here. it's not gonna pan over too well. Welcome back to the JS Live Worldwide Special here on HAPS, the network of now. I'm Jim from the northwest suburbs of Chicago. I've been on HAPS here since December of 2020 actually, and then I was on Periscope for like 5 years. So if you haven't subscribed to me, check it out. check it out. I am at JS on HAPS here. We do this regular show like this every Thursday night. I do trivia Saturday nights here in the States, and I host a chill broadcast called Catalyst, a warm fire pit or a warm candle. So make sure that you join us. Coming up here shortly, I see in my green room, I see Irina over there in my broadcast studio. I'm going to bring her up here and say, so I see Irina. Hi, Irina. I also see Gemma over there in England with Thomas. Hello, Gemma, in my green room. And we have a breathtaking way to end the broadcast over there in Ireland. We have Walt with Teddy. It's blustery, but it's sunny over there. I'm looking at a little preview right now, what I see over there, and it looks spectacular. So we will have all of them on here in a little bit. Our next guest hails from beautiful Montenegro. She is described as a multidisciplinary artist, which means it's open season. I mean, you will catch her playing amazing piano work and keyboard work. She'll be doing spectacular artwork, painting in front of a beautiful backdrop. She'll be exercising. She does a multitude of things, and she is another great contributor of outstanding content here on HAPS, the network of now. I just get choked up just talking about having her on here, and all of these people. I'm so grateful for Emmy and our next guest, and Walt and Gemma for joining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, joining us from beautiful Montenegro, here she is, the one and only Irina Ideas. Hello, Irina. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's working.
You can see,
I was already starting to freak out. What should I do? Is this even working from the, from the mobile? Because actually, I don't think I've done this. And so thank you so much for inviting me and for making the first in this. It's an awesome show. As I said, it's so human and it's so natural, so spontaneous. And I think that we are going towards the way of spontaneity, as with the live streaming as well. It's one expression of becoming more natural, more humane with each other. And so I'm very happy to be joining here. And especially also today, I had a super exciting day. It was the first after a long COVID-infused winter where I couldn't do much climbing. So I did 16 kilometers climb to 1,000 altitude 1,200
wow.
from zero. It was, and so I was trepidating. Will I be able to make it to on time?
Are you exhausted? Are you tired or what? You have more energy?
Yeah, I am actually. My legs. I don't think I'll be feeling my legs tomorrow.
I mean,
that's okay. It's fully worth it. I mean, the photos I made. Unfortunately, I couldn't live stream at all because the signal was zero. We couldn't even communicate to each other because there was a group of friends, and then some friends were meeting at different points, and super complicated. And then so it was kind of, we saw some people in a much of a distance on the mountain, and we started yelling, "Are you such and such?" And that person said, "I'm not." And this kind of stuff, like in the old days, I suspect 100 years ago.
I am literally
about who can yell louder. So it was quite funny.
So
it's I don't know. It was a very good day, and pity I couldn't live stream, but we have to wait for the technology to up everything. So it's wonderful to be in here now, kind of a relaxation also for me, even though I'm super tired.
Oh my goodness. You have more energy in yourself at 8 p.m. than I usually do in a month. It takes me about a month to accrue that kind of energy. And 1,200 meters, it's nothing to hang your head about. That's a remarkable accomplishment.
Thank you. I think it's a kind of like, I don't know. It's just all sorts of life events that are pushing one towards the other. And it is kind of intense life, and also right now the lifestyle I'm living in Montenegro, and it's good that some side of it is wonderful, other it's a little bit cultural desert for the art. So because the COVID obviously has completely is impossible to get the to get the exhibitions, and the concert halls and everything is basically locked. It's not working in full streams. All of my residency, everything postponed, but it's okay. I can do more online. So that's a wonderful thing, to connect with people all over the world, just to pass all the borders.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, if you're just jumping into the room, welcome to the JS Live Late Night Talk and Variety program. We're talking with Irina Ideas right over there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So do you do these? Do you do this exercise all the time? Do you just? I know you're doing like your stretches and you're doing like traditional, floor exercises. But I mean, as far as running, walking, climbing, I mean, this is
Yeah.
cool.
I now live in the among the mountains, so of course it's necessary to do the climbing. But I mean, this was a super extreme. I don't know if I've ever done this kind of, because the elevation at the beginning, it was, I mean, this steep. At some point, I was thinking, do we need ropes, But it wasn't that bad. So normally I would do it, but because of the COVID, and I'm very careful, and I'm trying to somehow survive this this long winter, so I didn't do it for a long time. And then this was was very, very intense. Sometimes
Right.
I do yoga. Actually, that's an interesting thing, because I don't know, maybe you'll ask me about the beginning of my beginning with Periscope.
Yeah.
So what was happening is that it's quite interesting. I was always a little bit a techie. I used to do coding and was always interested in the computers. I was doing a bit of designs and the websites. All of that is interlaced with each other and my interest. And I like to also disassemble the computer and then assemble it back. So that was some different stages that I was going through. So I was connected to the Product Hunt. It's a very big platform where people are posting the new startups, and you are it's very good to be informed as to what's going on with the world.
Yep.
In terms of the startups, because that's constantly changing. I mean,
Yeah.
and then so what I was and then I saw that Periscope is really, like, there is a lot of interest, there is a lot of buzz about it. And then I was thinking,
Yeah.
should I be trying this? Because I actually have a trauma from any kind of interviews. And this is one of the few actually that I accepted to do, because as a classical pianist, at oftentimes it was swamped and I couldn't understand. It was just always the same questions and always
Right.
the same answer. It wasn't natural. It wasn't streaming like it is right now. I don't know.
Right.
And so I was a bit suspicious about all of that. But then I thought, Periscope, it's actually, maybe I should do yoga. That will make me accountable if I do yoga online. And so that's my first not so bright idea. Because obviously with Periscope, especially in the early days, I mean, so many trolls and everything.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, when I assessed, so I didn't actually do, maybe I did a few, but that wasn't my first stream. I thought it over and I said, okay, I'll do the painting. Music, definitely not, because it's just classical music. And even within classical music, I specialize Baroque, so Bach, and also the 20th century. And both of those are not really for the wide audience. That's very specialized.
Right.
And, people would be a bit suspicious. What's this kind of sounds? It's making
Of
them
course.
nervous or something. So I started with the painting, and I was literally painting my wall in the room, not in this house, in the different one.
Wow.
And it was very
Oh,
large.
wow.
I think 3.5 in height, and it was maybe 4 or 5 meters long.
Are you serious?
That was my first encounter.
How's that going?
Yeah, it was incredible, and it energized me so much that I think that was a turning point for my style, because as an artist, you are always searching for a style, for different expressions. And of course, the style is the results of what's going on around, of all of the experiences, everything that we are reading. And so I was, that was super inspiring. And interestingly, the first person that joined me stayed friends with me for forever, like even joined just from YouTube, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 months ago. And I was saying, look at this beauty and this energy, like that this thing is creating.
Right.
And then gradually, like it was very, very natural. Like I thought, oh wow, in here I'm creating something different conceptually. I'm open sourcing, and I love the concept of open sourcing with the technology. I actually prefer that to the kind of like commercialization in which we are through. Of course, it has to be a balance, but in general, whenever we can, why not share the process? And so it was super inspiring. Also, the comments, it seemed like I'm going, crazy, getting the comments and then also painting and then comments again. But then I thought that that's directing my paintings.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was basically with that. And then a lot of people, because they knew that I'm a classical pianist as a start, I just and then I spread out into different arts. They said, "Why not music?" So it was about maybe 1 or even 2 years until I actually opened the doors of Periscope towards the musical side of. And then I said, "Okay, now I'll practice. It will make me practice more. It will make me." More accountable, more responsible for, because oftentimes when we are just with ourselves, it's not working. It becomes self-destructive. So, and it was wonderful. And a lot of people, maybe some people, were not that much interested to join my music streams, but then many were super interested and were kind of learning, and some of them are joking, now it's Prokofiev is my ringtone, this kind of stuff. Prokofiev is very difficult to listen to. And now I've converted them into the classical music fans. So that's a good side. And then the other one, of course, before COVID, I was traveling a lot, for arts, for all sorts of projects, whether it's recordings or for visuals, and then for the exhibitions and so on and so forth. And then that would also give me the opportunity to share a lot of the historical places throughout mostly Europe. I think I was streaming. Yeah, it was Europe. And then I did the China, because I spent half a year in China right before
you were
the
in
COVID.
China also.
I didn't bring the COVID.
You were in China for how long? Were you in China for like a half a year or for a year? Or?
Half a year. Actually, I went there for 3 months, and I was very suspicious, because I was also scheduled to go to different art residencies, like in Portugal, I remember, Spain, France, so many, and that was all scheduled for 2019, and there was one in Hong Kong and one in Singapore. And then I said, okay, I'll just do 3 months in China, and then I'll get back. Instead of this residency, it's actually 7 months, and it's one of the largest in the world. It's highly competitive. It's one of, it's you go through all these stages of like voting, and it was 1,700 applications from all over the world. And then I got in, I think maybe it was 7 or 8 Europeans, and altogether was 60 artists. So it was very, very interesting, and I really enjoyed it. Like, it was very international. It was nothing like what I was imagining. Beijing is very international. They're actually creating the art districts, which means that artists from all over the world come there and create their studios or musical activities, and it's very much, there is this buzz. I feel like it might become a new, what Paris was maybe 50 or 60 years ago, the center of art, because they're investing so much in it. And so I said, okay, now in the following few years, I definitely have to dedicate a bit more time. And especially meeting people in the art world, it's super important to be constantly with the contemporary artists, surrounded in that sense. And now I'm a little bit handicapped because I can only be in contact online. And so I do a lot of, just open artist studios, like I give talks and this kind of over Zoom mostly. And also I do all of the live streaming, which is part of life by now. So we'll see how it develops. That's basically. Hello, I can't hear you. Suddenly I lost the voice.
It's
sound.
me. I muted my mic. I was
okay.
about to cough, sneeze, or something, and I stopped myself. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. Hey, if you're just jumping into the room, welcome to this evening's edition of JS Live Worldwide. I'm Jim in Chicago here in the U.S. We're doing a special edition of my talk and variety program I do every Thursday here in the States, joined by the amazing Irina Ideas. And we're catching up and chatting with her. We have Gemma from England with Thomas a little bit here in about 10 minutes. And then later on, we're going to end our broadcast with a breathtaking view of outdoor Ireland. It's brisk out there. Walt is fighting the elements as we speak in the green room. He's showing us a beautiful grassy knoll over there. He's going to share those spectacular images to wind up this week's edition of our JS Live Worldwide Spectacular. Irina, my friend, are you would you be able to? Are you able to play any music today? Are you too tired, or can you play?
No, I will definitely. The only thing is, I have to now transport the whole system upstairs because the piano is not in here.
Don't worry about it.
I didn't realize that I was supposed to play, but I would with pleasure. So I don't know. Maybe how will we do it?
Maybe at
Do
the
I
end. Maybe at the end.
leave and then I get in because I have to do that now from the computer. It's all of this
What we'll
technology.
do is I will interview Gemma here. And we're going to talk a little bit
Perfect.
more for another 5 minutes, and then we'll do a break. We'll talk with Gemma and Thomas over there in England, hear her story. They'll give you a chance to go upstairs, and then we're done with
Perfect.
the Gemma interview. You could play a song, and then we could have the crescendo with Walt, hopefully with a sunset over there in Ireland.
Excellent.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
Excellent. So enough of my yapping. Back to you here. I know you are amazing with the piano. Do you play other musical instruments at all? Do you do like, or have you fiddled with anything else or experimented?
No, no, it's very specialized. So it's my trajectory was very classical, very, very traditional.
Okay.
I didn't actually start like most people start with, 3 or 4 years of age. But my mother just insisted that I have to have a normal childhood. They knew that I have a talent, and I even had the piano. And also because of my ancestors, a lot of them were in the art world. Actually, my grandmother was very prominent in bringing in a lot of art in Montenegro. And because they are from the white Russian extraction and very widely educated and always interested in art, so it was that kind of environment was always with me. And but then mother said, okay, so it's no pushing, like whenever she likes. So, and I started about age of 8. And then it immediately took off, and so it ended up I didn't go to the high school at all. I just kept straight to the university and with music. And then it was just the international career opened up. I went on, I got a lot of scholarship for studying in America and throughout Europe. And then I did a lot of master classes and recordings and everything. So that's perfect. And then what was happening, and then also I thought that this is also from the beginning. I never thought that just classical music. I always wanted to explore different spheres, so I was interested in a wide range of things. And I just suddenly sometimes become a sculptor. It was just, and then my parents were holding, like this. There is all of these competitions, all of these super intense activities as a classical pianist, almost like a sport. And this is a bad side, maybe. I openly say this, maybe to my dismay, because a lot of my colleagues maybe wouldn't like me to expose this. But because of the competitions, I think that's creating a little bit of a bad blood. And sometimes it's making robots out of musicians. When you have to compete in this competition, it's super hard. Like it's to play maybe half an hour to 1 hour.
Really?
And even myself, as a child of 12, I remember my first recitals, a series of recitals.
Yeah.
It was at, I think, it's age of 12. I was performing for entire 1 hour, and that's about 100 pages of music.
So you're doing 100 pages at the age of 12, and did you have a big audience watching you on top of it?
Yeah, it was very intense, but it's okay. Like I went with that. I thought that's a normal. But then as you grow up, you realize that's not really healthy. It may be regarded as normal, but who is actually regarding what is normal? We are defining what normal is. So I become unnormal. So I decided I want to do just recordings. I'm not going to do. I did some concerts throughout Europe for some time. And early 20s, and then I've decided now it's not the time. Now I really need to follow. And fortunately, I wasn't trailblazing. How do you call that in English? There was also one of the famous pianists, Glenn Gould. He also just gave up on performances, and then he was focusing on his intellectual progress, and then he would record at his own pace. So that's kind of, it works for me as well. Because I really need to read a lot. I need to learn I need to experience the world. I need to climb all of these mountains, just like what I did today.
Like you just did today, yes.
Yes, so I just have to be like that. And then, so that's basically against a lot of what would be regarded the common sense. I just spread out also in terms career-wise, went on with the visual arts, the paintings, the sculpture, design sometimes for a public sculpture that are very large scale. and installation art. I mean, the world is to be experienced, to be learned, to be shared, to be living in togetherness, like what we have now with internet. So
Exactly, bringing everyone together here, absolutely. And you do that through
yes.
your work, when you do your exercise, and mostly with your music. And Irina, I want you to plug your socials right now, because I'm going to bring on my next guest. I also want you to bring your stuff upstairs for a musical performance. So
Perfect.
plug all your socials, please.
Okay, I'm putting in here.
Oh, here we go. We're going with a visual aid here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's yes. And
I'm Ideas Rex everywhere. Most places I'm Ideas Rex, but I'm also Irina Ideas. I'm just putting in here slow typing. Sorry, I'm just typing. I can't plug you in, I think, because it's from the phone that I logged in. So I'm just typing in comments.
There we go, right there in the virtual studio audience. You can follow the amazing Irina right there with Ideas Rex.
There's my Twitter.
Right there. So make sure that you subscribe, follow her, subscribe to our sponsor here on HAP. She offers great content in the evenings over there, and midday afternoons over here in the States as well. So definitely make sure you subscribe to her and support her and Emmy and all these amazing guests that have taken their time, talent, and treasure to join me here this evening. Irina, we'll be back with you in a little bit for your musical performance. How's that?
Thank you. I look forward to it.
Oh, this is going to be fun. I am geeked. I'm excited. I am pumped, and I'm ready to go. I am really, I'm ready. I'm hyper. I'm ready to make it happen. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Irina, ladies and gentlemen. All right. When we come back on this program, this is what's neat about doing your own show, is that you can pretty much just do it on the fly and improvise and make it happen. We know that Walt is freezing to death out there, but he's being a good sport. We will be on Walt Watch as this broadcast continues. But when we come back to the JS Live Late Night Talk and Variety program, a special European edition of JS Live Worldwide, we'll go to England, where we're going to interview a brave mum. We're talking about Gemma and her son Thomas. Straight ahead as the JS Live Worldwide special and spectacular continues right here on HAPS. We'll be right back.
Sound, Jim. Sound.
I am back. I'm talking to myself. Thank you very much, guys. Welcome back to the program. It's a glitch-filled edition of the JS Live Worldwide Spectacular. You didn't miss anything. I was just complaining about everything. I kid. Yeah, we're having a good time today. Thanks for spending your day with us here on HAPS, the Network of Now. Coming up here in a little bit, we're going to have Gemma, a strong, brave mom, and a strong warrior with her son Thomas. Also, we're going to have a beautiful, breathtaking sunset from Walt and his dog Teddy over there in Ireland. So make sure to hang out for us on that. Quick programming note, Thursday we have an all-new JS Live, our late night talk and variety program from here in the States. That'll take place 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. We'll have 2 live interviews along with a special musical guest featuring a song that you've never heard before. It's going to premiere like we did with Emmy here on this program. So they'll be 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific here on HAPS, the Network of Now. So make sure you join us for that. All right, next, our next guest is joining us from beautiful England, ladies and gentlemen, via Leeds. She is an amazing, she's doing the work of 2 people, basically. Her son was diagnosed with leukemia at a very young age, and he continues to fight that horrible blood cancer as we speak. She's being a mom and a dad, and between her and her son Thomas, 2 of the most bravest warriors I know today. Absolutely amazing woman and a great friend. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us from beautiful, scenic Leeds, England, let's say hello to my good friend Gemma. Hi, Gemma. How are you?
Hey, not too bad.
Not too bad. I'm just doing spiffy, Jim. I'm just doing spiffy. Thanks for spending your Sunday evening. I'm so happy you're not on at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. But no, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. How are you? Good seeing you. Yeah, can you pan back just to pull back a little bit and move the camera back or your phone back a little bit? Because I've seen like the top, I don't see Thomas, I see just like from your nose up. You're kind of like, here, let's like this. Hi. Hey, what's going on? There we go. Hold on here. Let's get it going here. Bear with me 1 second here.
I wonder if I turn it the other way, maybe.
You bring your volume up a little bit here. I call it volume here in the Midwest, America, There we go. Much better. We're letterbox. We're live. Where do we go? Let's make things even more interesting. There's Thomas, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
There is Thomas. Say hi to Gemma and Thomas, everybody. Man, first of all, I mean, for those who don't know our stories, basically we both either are going through or have gone through being parents of children who have had leukemia. My daughter is in remission right now. Gemma over here is currently going through the fight as we speak. And Thomas, how are you, buddy? Remember my daughter Ashley? No, I don't remember Ashley. No.
You gonna say hello? No. We're on one.
He's in bashful mode. Yes, my daughter also had leukemia, Ashley, and she is now cancer-free now for since 2011 for 10 years. So it took 3 years to kind of get through all that. But let's focus on you guys and Thomas's fight against leukemia and everything. And Gemma, you were kind enough to share some amazing pictures here. I'm going to share them with you here, and thanks for sending these. Gemma, look what I found here. Look at this picture. Look at this. Who's this little guy?
Oh, that's me, that one.
That's you?
That's me.
Look at the couch. Is that one of those TV couches that we saw yesterday, like on the Cosby Show?
Yeah, like
you couch from Faulty Towers, or
I saw that because
who's that?
When I was a baby, I had pots on my legs from my toes to my waist till I was nearly 3 when I started walking.
Okay. Oh wow, I did not know that. Okay.
I was born with both hips dislocated.
Oh, okay.
I had to have a retainer bar and traction because one leg was shorter than the other.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I
Thomas.
think I'm Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Please.
I love this show because I can do whatever the heck I want.
Please do
It's not we're a little stuffy. Ooh, we're gonna sit there and talk about everything. No, we're not. We're gonna have fun. So anyway, I could because it's my show. I can do whatever I want. Thomas, what's your favorite? What's your favorite game? What's your favorite? Like doing Minecraft? What do you like doing? What games do you like playing?
What game? Are we gonna speak?
No. He's like,
He's loud.
who's this guy with the funny Midwest Chicago accent? Yes, we have weird accents over here. Yeehaw! You know, we're a cow town. We're Chicago, right? But we all know what this. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, here we go. Now this is where I want you to tell us your story here, Gemma. Tell us about Thomas and what we can. We want to hear his story. Go ahead.
So on the 11th of February 2019, it was around 7 o'clock at night, and I'd said bedtime, and that's like a swear word in this house. He didn't like that and had a bit of a meltdown. I left him to it, so not doing any harm. Came back 20 minutes later and he'd fallen asleep at the top of the stairs. Went to move him, went to pick him up, and he was covered from mid-waist all the way up in this rash, all the way around his face and everything, back of his neck, chest, back, everywhere. And I naturally thought, oh God, meningitis, because I got a glass and it didn't disappear.
Yeah. Right.
And I was taught, like, look for the rash, meningitis, things like that. And I did. I honestly thought that's what it was.
Oh, jeez.
I rang the hospital, told to bring him straight down. They said they didn't have an ambulance for like 40 minutes, so I got in the car, took him straight there.
Right.
They isolated him just in case. And within about an hour, they'd done a blood test, and then we were told we needed some more tests, things like that, put on a unit where we could go to sleep. I say sleep. I'll never forget the fact that when the doctor come to tell me the results, I was more concerned that we'd been given 2 camp beds to lay on, and I was literally trying to hold them together. And I said, I can't leave him because he'll fall down the middle of the 2 beds.
That's just so
Right.
We had these 2 camp beds, and he was literally starfished right across the 2, and I was like, oh, right on the end. And trying to hold them together.
Yeah.
And they come and took me into a side room and said, we don't know which type yet, but your son's got cancer. It's blood cancer. It's leukemia.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. It's one of the most helpless feelings in the world. And Thomas how old was Thomas at this time when he was diagnosed with leukemia?
He was 5.
5 years old. Okay. Oh my God, that's just terrible. I mean, that just it's gut wrenching, and it's one of those helpless feelings in the world. It's a game changer without question. If you're just jumping into the room, welcome to JS Live Worldwide, a special Sunday edition of the program, talking with Gemma and her son Thomas. We're talking about being a warrior and fighting leukemia. So was both the platelet counts and the white counts were both critically low, correct?
Thomas. He's just...
Oh.
There we go. Don't do that, Thomas, please. Sorry, he just
So,
banged.
so I was mentioning, so just to confirm, the doctors told you that his white counts, his white blood cell counts and his platelet were critically low, correct?
His white counts were very, very high.
Oh, very high. Okay.
Low, because his white counts are the cancerous ones.
Oh, okay. So those are blast cells. Well, those are called blast cells. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was that high that they had accumulated onto his chest to form a mass.
Okay.
And they said his chest was 89% full of cancer cells.
Oh, geez. Okay.
The mass that big that it was crushing his heart and lungs.
Oh, geez.
They said, we need to act very fast, otherwise you've got a week.
Oh, my goodness.
So within an hour, he was taken away, rushed into the oncology, isolated, which is where we spent nearly 2 months.
Right. A lot of blood work, a lot of visits from the oncologists, and trying to get all those blast cells out from his lungs in that area and near the spine. I would imagine there were probably some blast cells in the spine too, correct?
Yeah, they did. They put him to sleep. Eventually, they said they couldn't. What they would normally do, they would normally, as a result, put them to sleep, take some bone marrow, test what's going on, test the type of cancer, and treat it that way. But because he had it on his lungs, they couldn't put him to sleep because he might not be able to breathe.
Right. So right after, I mean, so within like the next day, they did do a bone marrow test.
They couldn't do the bone marrow test.
Well, that's okay. And then they put a port in his chest also, so he could do the chemo.
Yeah, they hooked him up to really high dose steroids.
Okay, yeah, a lot of that, and in case people who are not familiar, what kind of horrific side effects come with those steroids?
Well, the chemo in general will make him sterile. He'll never have children of his own. He put on a massive amount of weight. They said he put on 6.5 kilos.
Right.
In the space of about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Massive appetite.
Yeah.
And then the worst thing about it was because he couldn't have his central line put in till at least 4 weeks after the treatment. He was on steroids.
Okay.
And then he had to fast from midnight right through till lunchtime the day after.
Yep. For the next.
For the room apart looking for food. He was so upset.
Yeah. Right. And steroids, as you probably know, also create all kinds of interesting mood swings. So the mood swings combined with lack of food and everything else going on, it must have just been, I mean, you're getting hit from all sides, and this took a lot out of you as well, I could imagine.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, we were on our own. And yeah, with the steroids and stuff, he was having some hellish mood swings. He just finished them again, which is why he's a bit up and down.
Right. And I found another thing he said over here, with a lot of when the counts get critical, there's no other choice but to do transfusions and everything, correct?
Yeah. He's had 12 blood transfusions now.
Okay.
I think 4 of those were full blood, the rest were platelets.
Gotcha. And here's a shot with, is that Thomas's favorite teddy bear?
Yeah, that's one of them that he had. Yeah.
He's got a collection of millions, I would imagine.
Oh God, he has now, yeah.
Lines up around the entire, around, you can pretty much, encompass the circle of the globe with all of those, I would imagine.
I knew it. There was a picture I took of him, and you couldn't see him on the bed for teddies. He was absolutely covered in teddies.
Hey, if you're just jumping into the room, welcome to JS Live Worldwide. It's our special Sunday edition of our Talk and Variety program. I'm Jim here from Chicago. We're joined by the amazing Gemma, true warrior, along with her son Thomas. We had Emmy Rich on to start off the cast. We're going to have another musical performance from Irina Ideas coming up. And he's out there braving the elements. We're going to have Walt here in about 10 minutes. So 5-10 minutes from now, we're going to jump out and check out Walt. And he's showing us a beautiful view of a grassy knoll in Ireland. And I want to see everything there too. But we're going to chat a little bit more with Emma here. And as you would imagine, the stress, the anxiety, the helplessness of a parent, especially you doing the work of two, being a mom and a dad, doing all this is going to take its toll on you emotionally and physically. And you've also had some difficulties as well, from what I understand.
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I had surgery in November. That's when that was happening. I had to have surgery to put a drainage tube in my stomach because I've had a multi-organ drop in the lower half of me. 4 organs in total now. I have to have a hysterectomy when they start doing surgery again, and my bladder and bowels no longer works at all. I've had to have a drainage tube put in for now.
Got it.
And then I've got to have more surgery because I've just been diagnosed with Crohn's and colitis, and I'm having I haven't shared this publicly yet, but I've had some tests to hopefully rule out bowel cancer because my bloods came back as
Jeez, sorry.
He's gone out the room, so he didn't hear that. Thanks.
Oh, I was gonna say, all right, clear the room.
Right, back now. But yeah, hopefully that'll all come back.
Well,
Fine.
there he is. There's the troublemaker. There's Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. I do see another stuffed animal over your left shoulder, Gemma. I do see another stuffed animal hiding.
Oh, there. Yeah, that's one that he got me for Mother's Day.
Oh, look at that for Mom's Day. Nicely done. Beautiful, beautiful. Very good. So, tell me about the one that you have up on. I just hate when Facebook. I'm calling out Facebook. I never call anybody up, but I would call it Facebook because they did the same thing to my wife when she was simply trying to create awareness and trying to raise funds for those who are in need. And what frustrates me is that they think it's something you're trying to capitalize on, and I don't think my wife was trying to capitalize on it either. But this happened to you as well, and I'm trying to figure out. I want you to promote the Thomas Fights. With the Thomas Fights thing that you're running over there. Tell us a little bit about that.
So for his 7th birthday, he wanted to raise money. Well, it went live on his 7th birthday, but he wanted to raise money for other children that are going through this. It won't benefit him, but because of how damaging the chemotherapy and everything's been for Thomas.
Right.
Not only did it give me something to concentrate on as well, like a fraction, but he wanted to really be involved and raise money so that there are ways of looking for other treatments and chemotherapy, things like that will work better and not be as damaging to the body. Because, just for example, it's made him sterile. He had to learn how to walk again. He had to learn how to write again. His eye collapsed. He had what they think was a heart attack about 3 months ago now. It's caused permanent heart problems where every so often he's wired up to a heart monitor to just check that his heart's going all right.
Gotcha.
Arrhythmia, loads and loads of problems. So this is the website. Literally got it up here, and we've raised on the website. There's over £4,100.
Nice.
There's a further £500 and odd pounds to be paid in as well from collections and things that we've done. That went.
Fight Tall is the site, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's Fight Tall because it's T-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So tall, and he has stood tall through it all and fought it. So it seemed quite fitting.
Wow. Well, that is absolutely, Gemma, I mean, you're doing the work of two, and I wish you and Thomas the very best. I've been there, done that with my daughter, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. I commend you for all of the hard work and the focus and tenacity that you've had over this difficult time, and you have our friendship and support as always here. So thank you for joining me today. So happy to have you on my show finally.
I brought his beads to show you. We're asking about his beads.
Oh, someone's asking about beads. What is this? Is it Mardi Gras?
It's
beads. It's beads, not Mr. Bean. It's beads. Yes, I love. Look at the beads. Look at those.
These are beads of courage, and every single bead represents a treatment that he's
had. Oh my goodness! Look at that.
So we've got over 30 foot of beads now, and that's only halfway. So goodness knows what it's going to be like at the end of the treatment. But the white ones are for chemotherapy, the blue for steroids, the red for blood transfusions, the yellow is in hospital. There's so many.
Look at all those. How many get there's hundreds in there?
Oh gosh, yeah, literally. There's over 30 foot of them.
Oh my goodness, that is spectacular.
All you start off with is they give you this with the heart. That's literally all you start with. And then you just collect them as you go on. And the yellow are for overnight stays, the reds are blood transfusion. Can't remember them all. The blacks are for the injections into his port, things like that. Rainbow would be for other services that have been involved.
Beautiful, beautiful.
There's so many.
That is awesome, Gemma. I don't know how to look at that. Look at that. They could replace all the bald spots in my head. Look at my receding hairline here. What do you think? I should have set those and put them on here and fill them up. That no? What do you think? No? All right, I'll give up. I'll stay at 55. Gemma, Thomas, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Great seeing you guys. You're welcome to stick around. We're going to have a musical performance from Irina Ideas coming up. And we're also going to have a check-in with Walt. Walt, guys. Yes, Walt, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be making a very rare appearance here, joining you from beautiful Ireland. Gemma, thank you so much, my friend.
No worries, thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's Gemma and Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back to the JS Live Talk and Variety special known as JS Live Worldwide, we will check in with Irina Ideas, who's going to do a musical selection for us. And we're also going to have a special appearance from Walt, and another musical performance from Irina Ideas as the JS Live Late Night Talk. It's not late night, it's the middle of the day program. It's a special edition of the JS Live Worldwide Spectacular here on HAPS. Continues straight ahead, right around these. Don't move. Da, da, da. Pretend there's a music bed here right now, like with generic background music. Okay. Da 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 ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba. The music isn't playing because my computer sucks. Da 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 da. And we're back. I love with the fact that the music bed doesn't want to play when I tell it to. Yep, it's been one of those days. This is what happens when I broadcast in the middle of the afternoon. I should be out doing yard work, but by gosh, by golly, we're going to do this live. Dadgummit, and we're going to have some fun doing it. Thursday in the program, we return live with our Late Night Talk and Variety program. That will be taking place on Thursday, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. We have 2 live interviews along with a very special musical guest from Los Angeles who is charting across the pond. So it will definitely be one that you will not want to miss. JS Live, the Late Night Talk and Variety program, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific here on HAPS, the network of now. Thanks for joining us today, guys. We appreciate it. Irina, I believe, is set up. She's going to do a musical selection here shortly. But first, I want to check in with our next guest really quick to make sure he's still there. He's been out there freezing his you-know-what off out there. This man is from Ireland. He is known for outstanding sunrise and sunset broadcasts from hilly knoll over in beautiful Ireland, and he's a great friend of our platform here as well, here on HAPS. Ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful Ireland, let's say hello to my good friend, Walt Hollick. Hello, Walt. How are you, sir? Good seeing you. Look at that. Ooh. Is Walt there? Look at that. Maybe he's walking around. Maybe he went to the bathroom. Oh, look at this. Look. Look at Walt.
Enjoy the view.
Wow. Little wind noise. Windy. What's up, Walt? How are you? Welcome to the broadcast. Oh my goodness, you rule. Walt, how are you, buddy?
I'm all doing good, Jim. I just
This is awesome.
I don't know whether you actually see me walking in front there. I'm starting to get cold now, guys. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you? Everybody say hi to Walt over in Ireland, everyone. It looks cold as Chicago there. Is it like Tennessee?
Now the sun's starting to go down. We're down to probably about 4 or 5, I'd imagine. But the wind makes it so much colder. Like, it was a beautiful day. It was probably up to about 14, 15 Celsius here. Lady Sunshine, how you doing? Hi everybody. But yeah, we've had to put our earmuffs on just to try and cut out the wind noise.
Yeah, you're good. No worries. Thank you for braving the elements out there. Being a fellow Chicagoan, I can completely feel your pain as far as this wind, the sun. What's the temperature out there? Like 8°C, or how cold is it?
With the wind at the minute, Jim, I'd say it's about 4 Celsius.
Oh,
Pretty cold
geez.
now that sun's starting to come down. Yeah, I went and got the gloves out the bag there because I felt my hands starting to get a little bit numb there.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Now, for our viewers in the room here aren't familiar with Walt's content, make sure you subscribe to him here on Haps. He's a Periscope alumni as well. And getting up to that little view that you have there, it's a little hike, isn't it?
Yeah, we've actually done a 15-kilometer hike earlier on today. We did a few broadcasts this morning from down the river, and then when you said you'd like a sunset from the top of the mountain, I was going, oh no!
Oh God,
no.
you didn't have to do that. You did not have to do that. Like I said, I was messaging you. I'm like, hey, if you can do it, do it. But if it's cold as you know what, don't even bother. And I really appreciate you doing this. That's why I was gonna, and I appreciate Arena hanging in there too. I just don't want Walt to freeze to death.
Absolutely no problem. For anybody else, Jim, no. But for yourself, for your first show, we really appreciate you having us on here. And no problem at all. It's no problem to head up here. I mean, this is where I live. Basically, I live up in the mountains. I just love being up here. I love the nature. I love the sound of the wind. And Teddy's here. I don't know whether you can make him out. I just moved the tripod. I've picked the tripod up now. He's actually on a tripod, as you can see. But he's having a little snooze, as you can see. He's done his walking for today, like I say, 15k, and then it took us about a 40-minute hike to get up to where we are now. I was going to bring you over to the mountain in front of us. This is called Mount Leinster. This is 2,700 feet.
Oh my goodness!
And but what we usually hike to the top of there. Then we go down what's called the Black Stairs Mountains, which are down.
Ooh.
And we get over to this point here. Now you can see in the distance they've actually started a fire, and now this is not supposed to be happening this time of year. But what they do, they burn all the gorse around because the farmers say that it actually it grows back a lot. So
it's a controlled fire. So it's controlled.
No, it's not controlled. No. Basically, they are not allowed to do it. But what they do, they set up a jam jar with fuel in it, and they'll have a candle inside that. So they light the wick on the candle. It gives it time for those to disappear out of sight, so they can't be caught. Basically, the candle burns down. It catches light to the fuel. Basically, it sets light to the actual gorse and everything like that. And that's the way they actually get away with it. It's crazy.
Wow.
Oh,
go ahead. Sorry.
I say, being an ex-fireman myself, I spoke to many firemen up here on the occasions as well, and they say,
"Oh man,
you'll probably see the fire service turn up in a while anyway." But when it starts to, because the wind is actually blowing it as well, so it will burn quite a bit later on as well, definitely.
That's horrible, especially with that wind out there. It's very difficult to control something like that. And that's just running rampant. Look how the smoke and the fumes are blowing
exactly
to the right there. That's frightening.
You will see plenty of places around where we actually are now. Now we've just passed one which is further along here. Now it's only probably 100 meters square. But some of the fires which they actually get up here along the side of the mountains here, you imagine the fire service trying to get up to these parts as well. It's an absolute nightmare. It's a nightmare for them to try and put them out with beaters and everything like. And it's just so inconsiderate of these guys who actually do it, and they think they're doing good for the actual the countryside. But they're not. They're killing off a lot of insects. They're killing off a lot of mice and bird nests and everything like that. It's just crazy.
Exactly.
A lot of wildlife, yeah.
It's horrible. I mean, I just hope they can get that under control as soon as possible. I don't even know how you get the resources to attack something like that on the side. You only can have like so many helicopters come by with water to, hit a fraction of that. You know what I mean?
Jim, it's not even helicopters which they actually use here. Basically, the main carpet main car park is actually here. This is the bottom of what's called the Nine Stones and Mount Leinster, which leads up. So the car park's over in this direction. What they've got to do, they've got to hike basically up here with the beaters, and there's no water involved in it. It's totally beaters which are actually used, and then they'll make the way across. That's the nearest part you can actually get to that place there.
Oh my goodness.
It's just crazy.
It's a haul.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just jumping into the
now for me to get
Welcome to the JS Live Worldwide Talk and Variety special. I'm Jim here in Chicago in the U.S., joined by Walt with Teddy, who's taking a nap over there in Ireland. We're looking at some of, arguably, some of the most breathtaking views that we've had on here. We had Dave in Osaka last month, or a couple of weeks ago, showing us the cherry blossoms over in Tokyo. And I really appreciate Walt sharing some of these breathtaking views. And look, there's Teddy. There's some movement there. There's some movement there. Look, yeah, there's Teddy. There's Teddy. Hey, good morning. That's like me at 12 noon here in Chicago. I'm telling you. That's
I put his. We put his jacket on because, like I say, it is a little bit cold. But as you can see, he's a little bit tired after his long walk this morning.
Yeah. Now he saw some wildlife himself today, didn't he? I think you broadcast earlier today some herons and some other wildlife, from what I understand.
I did, yeah. It was absolutely awesome, and that's what I love about some of the walks we actually go on, Jim. I mean, we're so restricted at the moment, obviously with COVID. We've got a 20-kilometre radius of the house where we're allowed to travel around, or we can stay in our own county. But the problem is I live in the second smallest county in Ireland, so we can't get down to the places which I used to broadcast from in the past. I mean, we visit the puffins, the seals. There's so much wildlife I would actually love to show you, and the castles and the lighthouses, and just some really spectacular places we do actually go to. And hopefully when we come out of COVID, I'll be taking you down to those places.
Ooh, I cannot wait to see that. I mean, you, before COVID and even during this weird time, you have provided us, not just on Periscope, but here on HAP, some breathtaking, some spectacular views of areas that a lot of us around the world cannot see. And I'll be honest with you, I know Ireland had hills, because I'm half Irish, but my mom's side's name is Regan, and they're from Cork. But the part that really amazes me is I didn't realize that you had these mountains like this before. I never knew that till I watched this broadcast.
Oh wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I mean, some of the mountains we actually go to down towards Waterford area called the Cummer Mountains. Wigan is sorry, my buds are driving me crazy on that side. It's a 28-mile walk we actually do. We do a number of mountains down there. It takes us literally all day. We're gone for 7 or 8 hours. We pass a beautiful waterfall which is called Mahon Falls. Absolutely gorgeous. We've got 2 locks there, one called Coomshingan and one called Crotty's Lock. Wonderful for a lot of people actually go there as tourists, but we head across to another one called Crotty's where you never see. Now I've been in trouble a few times with people on broadcast. They'll send me messages through saying, don't do that, Walt. I'll literally sit on the edge of some of these cliffs with 500-foot drops below me, so I get into a little bit of bother in that respect. But I just love being out. And then we've also got the Wicklow Mountains, which is about an hour and a half drive from where we are.
Wow.
We've got the Guinness estate. It's owned by the Guinness family. Beautiful estate looking down on what's called Loch Tay. If anybody's heard of the series of the Vikings, a lot of the Vikings was actually filmed there. We've been on the Vikings set as well in a number of places around Ireland. And it was actually up for sale 2 years ago for 28 million. So if anybody's got a spare bit of cash they can lend me, then maybe we can turn it into an apps party there.
Yeah, seriously, that itself would be worth the price of admission, without a question. Hey guys, welcome to the JS Live Late Night Talk and Variety program. Jim here in Chicago. It's not exactly as warm as it was yesterday here in the States either, as it is where you are right now. Let's get back, trying to show, oh, here we go. This is what we're talking about. That's what we're here to see, right there. There's the man of the hour right there. There's Teddy.
Can somebody just give me a sound check there?
Yeah, hold on. Can you, check one. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's probably very windy out there too, so Yeah, so that's pretty wild. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. What a view. So the sunset doesn't happen there for another hour, correct?
We have a
Yeah.
malfunction, I
I don't,
think.
know if, I don't know if they can hear me or not. I am.
I don't know whether you can hear me. I've actually lost total sound now, so I'm just going to take my earpods out and see whether I can get you back there.
Uh-oh. Hold on,
Apologies on this.
please.
We are.
I can hear you. I can't hear me. Let me type this in for my friends here. It's a little, it's like a little. Hold on one second. I'm just going to type in a message really quick here. By the way, we have Irina Ideas coming in with a musical performance here shortly. And then we're going to bring everybody together for the big finale here. This was so fun so far, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out here on this Sunday evening across the pond. It's Sunday afternoon here in Chicago, about 1:30, but it's very cold outside. Hey, Alexa, what's the temperature outside in Chicago? Get a load of this.
Right now, in Chicago, Illinois, it's 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 38 degrees.
Yeah, it's like +2 or +3 here in Chicago Celsius wise. 38 Fahrenheit. Garbage. I'm staying inside today. And I'll work in the yard later after work tomorrow. Anyway, we're joined by Walt. He's in here. I don't know if you can hear our audio. I think he muted his audio. So anyway, we're going to check in. We will check back. I'm going to back with Walt with you later.
Testing.
There you are. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I totally lost audio there. My apologies.
You're
Jim,
good.
but this is
You're
just
good.
one of the. It's one of the things we get when we're up the mountain. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and whether it's had a little bit to do with the connection, I'm not quite sure.
No worries at all. What we'll probably do
I've actually
here.
got you.
Yeah, just what America wants, just what the world wants to see. Yeah, they're gonna. We're gonna watch EastEnders for the 50 billionth time. Heck with this. You know? Oh, jeez. You know, who is this weird person wearing the pimp jacket in Chicago? What's that about? Hey, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let you get organized for a little bit. I'm gonna have what I should do is maybe bring Irina in as well. Let's see if I get Irina in on the cast. And if Irina's ready, she'll give me the thumbs up. I can see her in the green room. She's going to do a musical performance for us while we look at this beautiful view. How's that, Walt?
Absolutely no problem, Jim. No problem.
Right.
What I'll do, I'll keep the view with you, and I'll start gathering my stuff together here, and we'll move back over to where the actual sun's going down behind us.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
What I'll do, I'll mute my mic now, Jim. So I really, really appreciate you having me on.
And we're going to have you back on. I'm going to talk with you more at the end here after Irina plays. So I'm going to chat with you a little bit.
No problem at all.
All right, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Walt's going to show us some beautiful images here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this screen here. There's Walt, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm going to do is reset this, and we're going to bring in a musical performance for you from the amazing Irina Ideas out of beautiful Montenegro. I'm just going to reset this really quick, and we're going to do something where you don't have to look at me, and we're going to bring Irina back in right there like that. Hello, Irina. Welcome back to the broadcast, my friend. There you are. Hello.
Is the sound okay?
You sound perfect, and we've got keyboard and we have art. Look at this.
So I'm just going to be performing now for 2 minutes, and this is going to be a Chopin, which is just a very short piece, which is not actually the piece that I'm normally doing because it's not within the Baroque and the 20th century. So I think maybe Emmy, she actually said at the beginning, and also one other thing, I didn't join in because I was terrified what will happen, will I disturb the Emmys, and I was just watching that's why you saw all of those comments. I just later realized I was kind of flooding the chat.
No problem.
Anyway, so this is going to be a super short, just a 2 minutes piece. It's
okay.
the etude, so I'm not going to be boring people too much.
It's okay.
so near.
Wow, that was outstanding, Irina. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. That
Thank you
was
so much for the show and everything. Really appreciate it.
absolutely. I'm just, we have the best of both worlds. We have your musical stylings, which you and Emmy are just on another level as far as quality. And we have the beautiful views of Ireland, courtesy of our good friend Walt over there in Ireland. I don't know if his mic is on. I'm going to unmute him and see if he could say hello to us. I don't know if Walt is monitoring our broadcast or not, but I unmuted his mic. But there we go. Walt, say hi to Irina.
I'm here, Jim.
Say hi.
Hi, Irina.
Hi, Walt. Wonderful things. Always amazing. Ireland, Ireland is my #1 country in Europe. I really enjoy visiting. And also the mentality, the people, because it's always the people that make the place. But also in addition, it's super beautiful.
Oh, you're so awesome. Me and Irina have followed each other for a number of years now, and I had the pleasure of actually visiting Montenegro a few years ago, and I was hoping to meet up with Irina, but we had such a busy schedule when we was there. I never had the chance, but hopefully one day we will get to meet Irina.
Yeah, I'm sure that there'll be opportunity also now with the COVID. It's a little bit postponed, but it would be absolute pleasure. I actually don't remember what was, because oftentimes I do all of the traveling and then it was, but I'm sure that, oh yes, actually I think now I recall, you were in Herzegovina, am I correct? And
that's right, exactly, yes.
Yes, now I recall.
That's right.
I think I was in Croatia at the time or something like that.
Yeah, something happened anyway, and we never had the opportunity, but hopefully one day anyway we will.
This is just amazing having all of you in here. Emmy had a split early, but make sure that if you can, guys, make sure that you visit emmyrich.com. Emmy's got a new CD that's coming out in May, so make sure you subscribe to her here on HAPS, the network of now, and then make sure you follow her at emmyrich.com. Make sure you bookmark that page so when the new release comes out that you'll be able to partake in that as well. And let me jump back into you guys here. There we go. We got the usual suspects here. We've got the lower right. We've got Walt and Teddy making their way up this beautiful knoll up to a higher elevation. And Teddy is awake and he's got more spunk and energy than I ever will. Walt, you and Irina have a common bond here. You guys have a love for climbing these higher elevations. How do you guys do it?
I just absolutely love it, Jim. I really do. And you see, I had a problem. I had a back operation about 7 years ago now. I had a plate put in my back, so if I don't do the walking, which I actually do, then I struggle big time.
Oh,
I would literally seize up in the week.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's just. I mean, you've overcoming so many people on HAPS and back in the Periscope days. A lot of people have overcome horrific setbacks, and they've become more, focused and empowered and strong and confident in what they do on a day-to-day basis. And you truly personify that, Walt. This is. Yeah, absolutely. It's a very windy day over there in Ireland.
Wow, it is. The wind is certainly picking up now. I'm going to put my hood up to try and cover up the mic in my ear at the minute.
Yeah, there's if here in Chicago, we refer to that as a toupee ban. So not only are you encouraged to keep your patio furniture secured here in the Chicago area, also hair pieces are encouraged to. So we need to restrain and hold feel the elderly and the patio furniture simultaneously in place here. So, you get the idea.
We don't get that bad, I don't think. I'll take you over this side just to give you a little view
near the top of the hill. I cannot wait to see what we see. Oh my goodness!
We've got a long way to go yet, Jim.
I don't want to go
super
far.
Just giving you a view from this side as well.
Oh my goodness! This is amazing.
I live more or less where my finger is there, about a mile away from there. So I can actually look from my house. I can actually look across from these hills where we're actually stood now. I can check does it look like it's raining up here? And if it looks clear, I say, oh yeah, we'll head up for the evening light. But yeah, about a couple of miles from where my finger is there, in that direction.
Oh my goodness, that looks so fun to be up there. I mean, Camelback Mountain was fun in Arizona, and South Mountain, and other elevations. But this view that you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, this is unlike anything I've seen. And Walt does this all the time. So make sure that you subscribe to Walt. And I'm wondering if Irina happens to have one more selection in her. And there's Thomas. Thomas is taking into the scenery. Thomas, you liking this or what? What do you think?
It's been fun. Well, before Thomas was born, it was beautiful.
Ooh, your mic's cutting out, Gemma. Let me see if I can turn your mic up a little bit more here. You're cranked up. So, and this is amazing. God, and look at Teddy. All of a sudden, he's got like a second burst of energy here, Walt. You feed him a lot of those Livisnaps or something like that.
I bought him a couple of treats up here, Jim, just while he was actually lying down there, down by my side. I thought I'd give him a couple of treats just to keep him happy.
Yeah.
But there's no wearing him out. He literally just goes and goes and goes. We could do 20, 30 kilometers in a day, and he still wants to play ball when he gets back to the house. He's one of them types of dogs.
He's going to sleep like a baby here. Unbelievable. So let me see. Irina, do you have the ability of playing one more selection for us? Because I think we like to have you play one more song, and we're going to show you and Walt together here. So we'll have Irina on one side playing some beautiful music, and then Jem and I are going to kick back and just take this all in. This is so amazing. I love this. Let me reset some stuff here really quick, kids. Here we go. And what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to have Irina play another selection, and then Walt's going to come in and just keep showing us some of these breathtaking views here. So we do this every Thursday, but not like this. This is like we're taking this to the next level. We're going to do something a little more chill on Thursdays. We'll have 2 live guests plus a musical performance as well on JS Live, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific here in the States. That's 4 a.m. for you youngsters over there in Europe. So it'll be a late one. So let me reset something really quick here. And I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to let Irina play some beautiful music while we follow Walt and Teddy on their adventures. Here you go, Irina.
Okay. Good. So I'm going to just be playing a very slow piece. It's the piece that actually went to space when they were embedding the signs of intelligence. I think that this one was in fact selected as a sign that we are the intelligent species. So it's the famous Goldberg variation, and I'm just going to play aria. And this is the beauty of the internet. Thank you. I don't have a sound. Actually, don't have a sound.
Jim, he's probably muted us all, has he?
Welcome back. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Irina. Absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I don't want to keep you super long. I don't want you to go too far to your way because we're about 5 minutes away from lighting this baby up. It's going to be a 2-hour spectacular here before you know it. But man, this is amazing. Let's get everybody in here for the last 5 to 10 minutes of our program here. Let's get Irina back in here really quick. There's Irina. That was a beautiful piece of music there, Irina. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Absolutely. And let's get Gemma back in here really quick with Thomas. It's getting near 8 o'clock over there, 7 o'clock for some of you guys, or 9 o'clock rather. So let's get Gemma in here as well with Thomas. And then we've got Walt. And then we're going to put all of you guys together in one big happy sandwich here. Let's see if I can make this happen here. Boom, and boom. Let's see what happens. Let's improvise here and see what happens. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. This is a technical workshop, isn't it? Maybe that'll work. Here's me. And then we'll add Walt. And then we'll add Gemma. Ta-da! Ta-da! There we go. There we go. There's the 4 of us. Just the 4 of us. Thank you, guys. This is amazing. Do me a favor, everybody. Let's start with Irina. Irina, please, you mentioned you put in your socials earlier so people can follow you on Twitter and over here on HAPS, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Very good. Very good. And let me see if I can get Walt. Are you there, sir?
I'm still here, Jim. I think just about.
Very good. Do us a favor and tell us your socials and where people can find you here on HAPS as well as on Twitter and all of the other platforms.
My handle basically is the same, just at Waltaholic on everything, Jim. Basically on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on HAPS, everything is just at Waltaholic. So that's basically it with me. Wow.
Perfect.
Temperature now has just gone down.
All right, and last but not least, let's let Gemma promote her socials. Gemma, have at it.
Well, I'm on all of the things, but if you want to find me, I've got a link tree, which is probably going to be easier, and it's just linktr.ee and then the same name as here, Gemmy83. All of the things are on there.
Perfect. You guys, thank you. And again, guys, and Emmy was earlier. Again, I'm going to plug Emmy. And there's Emmy. There's her website, emmyrich.com. Right there, guys, emmyrich.com. She has her new release dropping in May. She has a brand new release for your enjoyment, and she has a bunch of fresh new material. The album is going to be called Impressions. Literally, she improvised it on the fly. She had 1 hour to go in there to do studio time, and she just created this amazing masterpiece. So make sure that you follow her on here on HAPS, as well as check out the website, emmyrich.com. All right, there we go. Walt's mic is back live and ready to go back to everybody in the room here. Let's see if I can make this happen here. There we are. We are back. We are back here. Yes, and guys, in your virtual studio audience, we couldn't do without you guys. I want to thank everybody for your input, your suggestions, your ideas, as far as doing this show for our friends in Europe. It's frustrating when you're across the pond and someone like, it's like 4 in the morning and I can't do stuff for you guys. And I see you guys watch my replays, and you watch a lot of our shows here in the States. We want to thank you for all of your contributions, for your support, for your content. I mean, I see a bunch of you. I saw Doe, I see Helen in here. I see a bunch of you guys from England and from France and from Sweden and from Italy and Greece and up everywhere in Western Europe and Germany. You guys are truly amazing, and we couldn't do it without you. So I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to join you here on a Sunday evening, not 4 in the morning. You know what I mean? So that is awesome. You guys are amazing. And thank you to Gemma and Thomas. Thank you to Irina and Emmy Rich. And we're going to leave you with the beautiful images of Ireland with Walt. This is the best way to end this broadcast. It's been so special. I'll see you guys Wednesday next to the Candle for Catalyst, and then we'll do Thursday. We'll do another Live Chance Live late night talk and party program with 2 new interviews and 1 special musical guest you will not want to miss. So until we talk then, this is Jim on behalf of Gemma and Thomas and Walt and Irina and Emmy. Jim in Chicago, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you soon, guys. And we're going to leave you with some beautiful images of Ireland as the sun begins to set over there in Western Europe. Take care, everybody. Thanks again.
Take care, everybody. Thank you. Have a good night, Jim. Bye, Irina. Bye, Hemi. Bye, Gemma.
You guys.
Bye.
Come on.